What's up, guys? Welcome to possibly spoilers. We don't know if we're back or not, but today, about 9 a.m. Central, spoilers kind of popped up. It was an Italian version, which was 3 cards, and then Force of Will main page, probably closer to 10:30, actually posted all the English versions plus 1 card. Now, we don't know if we're actually fully in spoiler season yet, because that's really early if you count the weeks, and we're used to the original method of, like, say, 5 spoilers per week, which was 4 cards per day. Doesn't add up for these 100 card sets, because I think that's like 175 when me and Colin calculate, because release date's May 24th, and the Monday and the week before that is a full set release, because pre-release is the weekend before it. And so I don't know, it doesn't add up, but we'll see if we're here full blown. But Joey and I are here to definitely go over these cards, take a look at what we got, and again, as usual, if you guys are interested in what you're seeing today, definitely visit Happy Little Hug Factory. You can find their link in our description below. That link lets them know that we sent you over, and you can pre-order the new set for $80 of Awakening of the Ancients. And if you've got some extra cards you're looking to get rid of, or maybe some singles you want to pick up from them, they do have a buy list as well as just singles they sell on their website. And because I forgot to mention this last time, they also jumped right back into Casters, since Casters, I don't know if it released already or is releasing soon, but you can find that on their website as well now. But again, the link lets them know that we sent you over when you click that. And let's go ahead and, I guess, jump into these spoilers.
Talk about the I Spy thing.
Yeah, let's address that first. So I have Kukunochi pulled up here, which is the first spoiler I see. And if you notice, at the very, very bottom middle, and it looks a little bolder white than it used to, it says I Spy Productions, PTE Ltd. It used to say Force of Will, I think LTD. That's essentially going to be what was explained online on Facebook and things like that as a company, which they say was based in Singapore, that its director is marked as EG. And what it is that's the company, apparently, that EG owns. I don't know how you want to phrase that correctly, that owns the IP to Force of Will. Now, if you remember, we had a podcast not long ago with Jeff. For those of you who didn't see it, Jeff did say that even though EG was booted out, that EG still owned all the IP to Force of Will. This was relevant again recently because of, Crypto Spells, I think it was called, was a digital card game in Japan that's being released, which announced that it was working with My Will Studios, which EG and Jeff are currently working on right now, in releasing some Force of Will characters inside of their game. EG's also announced that he has some other projects up his sleeve, but apparently that's what that is. It gets more into detail, but we'll go over that in the podcast this weekend if you guys want to check that out, which we record this weekend, but it'll be out on Tuesday of this coming week. But we're going to take a look at these spoilers real quick. I'll go and take this first one because Kukunochi, it was my favorite from back in the original Valhalla.
I found Kukunochi first.
Listen, if you did, I had no idea, but I found it when I was building that Scarlet deck, which it's irrelevant now because Horn was banned, and this original Kukunochi drew you to death. But Kukunochi, the Shikigami, she's a 4-cost, 1 green, 3 void, 7/12, Resonator Cat Sash Shikigami. It says, when this card is put into a graveyard from your hand by a spell or ability your opponent controls, put this card into the field, or I guess put this card into the field. Almost said instead. It says, enter ability, it says recover target cat. So some interesting stuff that we were talking about that would hit this is like when you go against a Lucifer deck that runs, was it Tears of the Fallen, is that what it's called? The random discard card.
Yeah.
If you had this in hand, could hit it. Other than that, I don't know too many situations where it's probably going to go into play just yet. Maybe we'll see some more spoilers coming up soon that, I don't know, reveal something that works with this better. Unless you have some ideas. I don't have any ideas of this.
No, I mean, they would have to really, like, misplay, assuming that they're, like, let's say, you know, you somehow get to 1 card left and they decide to use a discard spell on you. Like, that's a situation, but it probably won't happen because their plan is going to be to look at your hand, and they'll know that, oh, the last card is Kukunochi, I don't want to hit that. So
yeah,
it's pretty much just a random.
And a good amount of the selecting discard is like discard at 3 costs or less. Yeah. But if you remember back in the day, we had like Dark what's it called? The Scorn of Dark Allows, which hit a Resonator. So this is only Resonator in hand.
Exactly, yeah. But we have a lot more range of discards now. So,
but she's 7/12. Not that too bad. I like her though because it's a very pretty artwork on this thing.
Yeah, I kind of wish there was like more ways to like punish discard than just like nobody's gonna hit this.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, at least nobody who's competent.
Now I can't pull up my computer because my computer lately has been barely able to handle recording like we've been doing lately. I have to check it out. But I heard somewhere somebody mentioning that recovered target cat, since it doesn't say cat resonator, hits Hanzo. Is that correct? Because Hanzo's a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, call stone, recover it, and then judgment, I guess. But it's if you hit it.
Yeah.
Just a situation you can obviously confront.
Okay, so I'll get the next one.
Yeah.
Do you want to read the flavor text?
Oh, yeah. It says, yes, much has happened since then. For starters, am I reading this one? For starters, would you like to see my dance?
Yes. You read it perfectly, Oscar.
Sorry, guys. I'm reading on my phone because of that whole issue with my computer, so I'm having trouble.
I don't know if this is like how it's supposed to be, but she has her hand like meow like that, like a little cat.
Probably.
Yeah. I think that's.
She is a cat.
It's a pretty cool card. Okay, so next we have Loki's Insights. 2-cost blue quick cast Divinity 2 chant/rune. You pay 1 blue more to play this card from a rune area. Look at your opponent's hand, choose up to 2 cards with quick cast from among them. They discard those cards. Yeah.
So what do you think of this? I think it's interesting. I mean, like Colin was telling me and Colin were talking about it. Unfortunately, Colin couldn't be here. He had some stuff going on, but he was saying it's essentially like a fair spell as it's targeting other quick cast cards. How much quick cast, relevant stuff do we have right now? I can't. It's late, so I can't really wrap my head around that. But like, what we have fair? Or wait, no, Lorite. That's quick cast.
Like Lorite. There's fair spell. There's like a bunch of green quick cast.
Keys' Call and stuff. It's interesting.
Dragon Lord's Breath. Like there's a lot of good stuff that it hits. If you look at previous decks too, like if somebody's playing the quick cast Hanzo deck, which I don't think has seen a whole lot of play in like the last 2 GPs, but anyways, like it does really well against resonators like that. I think Lorite is probably the best usage for this.
So are you paying?
Only complaint is like, huh?
I say, are you paying 3 for this to play from Rune Area, or are you just throwing it into your deck?
I'm putting it in my deck.
Okay.
I think. I don't think I'd play this at 3, but who knows? It might be good to have 1 maybe, just to think about. But I would just like the thing is, you don't want a whole lot of these because, it hits a lot of quick cast stuff. Like it hits 2 of them, and people aren't going to be holding on to like 5 to 6 quick cast stuff. They usually only have 3 things, 3 to 4 to cards in their hand that are quick cast. So you kind of lose potency like the more you play it, because you've already hit all your quick cast stuff.
Yeah.
Your targets. I still think it's really nice, and it's really nice for like a mirror. Like if you're playing a control mirror, like this is really nice, to punish control stuff. My only issue with it is that like they can play their quick cast stuff in response to this, and that's kind of annoying.
It's true. It's a true. I'm really liking his artwork in his last couple of cards here. Definitely some nice work. Do you want to read the flavor?
Yeah. Is this one plotting something? I guess we're equal in that regard. Who's he focusing on?
I don't know.
It looks like a dragon guy or something.
Or Obazaruki, maybe?
Maybe.
Hard to tell.
Oh, yeah, I think it is. I can't really see it because the blue line is like right in there.
Yeah.
Okay, Oscar.
All right, next one is Nyarlathotep, the Return of Chaos. She's a 2-cost, 2 red, 5/5, Resonator Cthulhu Wanderer. So another Wanderer. It says you may play this card from your removed area. You may pay 1 void more to play this card from your removed area. So she comes at 3 costs. It says tap, remove this card from the game, draw a card. And then also 2 red, remove this card from the graveyard from the game, banish a fire magic zone, and you can destroy target resonator.
I think this card sucks.
Yeah, it's interesting to see if any support kind of comes this way for what it's doing, but I think for what red is usually trying to do, this isn't really a red card, right?
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I mean, I've just seen
Like-
we've seen green stuff in the past that played for a moved area.
Yeah, we have red stuff that plays like removed area stuff too, though. Like the Timeline Arsonist was like all about that, and then there's, like,
Velsavarian's
Velsavarian.
operation. Yeah. Okay, that makes
Like
sense.
it's not like a huge reach of the color pie. I just think the card sucks. Like, so you either play it for 2 and then you remove it from the game and then you draw a card. Like, that sucks. You play it, it's just a 5/5 attacker or blocker. That sucks. You play it from your move area for 3, so it's a 3 cost 5/5. That sucks.
Mhm.
Like, I just think this card sucks. Like, the 2 cost is awful. Like, you banish a Fire Magic Stone and destroy target. That's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously don't want to destroy your own magic stones and some.
I think this card sucks.
But-
But who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
we'll
see something.
we'll see. And then the flavor on this is just like the truth and just like truth and fiction, order and chaos will always contradict. So don't go counting me out. I'll always be there when you least expect it. It's no lie, you know.
Because she's like the liar. I'm kind of sad that she's such a terrible card.
Yeah.
Like, but
Next one.
so last we got Harvesting Season. It's a 2-cost black card, Divinity 3, Chant/Rune. You may pay 1 less to play this card from a rune area. Put the top 10 cards of your deck into your graveyard.
So I like this because it's like, whoa, right? And then it's going to open a door to shenanigans. Like, there's already discussion. Like, I don't know what you can necessarily do, say, New Frontiers wise. I think Colin and I joked around like, oh, it's great in a Schrodinger deck because now you get like 10 Schrodingers in your discard or in your graveyard, you know, and it's more like I've seen some people discussing Wander or Origin formats or Epic Stories where like Kane, which was a starter deck from original Valhalla, was a black one, who Judgment was 3 black only if you had 10 cards in your graveyard. So something like that feeds it. I think the same person was Ethereon or Abandoned VP on our Discord. If you guys aren't on there already, you can check it out. Link description below. But they're also mentioning that and originally apparently Loki from Vingolf. I didn't pull that card to look at it, but apparently those work together. And Loki's, I think, is a 2-cost, like 5/11 or 6/11. Who I'm assuming can only go into play if you have a certain amount of cards in your graveyard. But
No, I think he does something else graveyard based.
Yeah.
Well, now I want to look it up.
Well, go ahead and look it up, and I'll read your flavor here. It says, this one,
Yeah.
that one, all of them, rotten to the core. Could it be even me? The All-Side, the Harvester, or All-Seed?
I'll say
All-Seed.
I feel like stuff that like feeds your graveyard and has to do with graveyard shenanigans can be really easy to just completely mess up, like, and go way too, like, just make stuff way too strong.
Oh, yeah. I think my favorite that I saw that was posted on Discord not too long ago by Abandoned VP. It says, Pro Strat, Forbidden Fruit times 4, Undead Stone times 4, 4 Mill cards, 4 Rachel, Turbo deck out. Just decks yourself out.
So I imagine they were talking about Loki being in the end. It's a 500, 100, and it gains +0, +100 for each card in your graveyard.
Okay. So that's what I mean, like, its stats were altered then based on 10 cards in graveyard.
And then he also, gets this card gains flying, and whenever this card deals damage, you gain that much life, as long as you have 10 or more cards in your graveyard. So
And how much did he cost again? 2?
2 costs, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
So
bad.
I think they're
it'll
saying a
be
2
like
cost
a
5/11 with drain
flyer.
was pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's kind of all we got for spoilers tonight. Again, we'll see if this continues. If it does, you'll see us every night of the spoilers, which is interesting because we're used to getting the spoilers the night of, like 9 p.m. and we record and kind of react to it. But we've had a chance to kind of look at these all day and see what some of y'all are thinking. But let us know what y'all thought. If on the blue card you guys knew some better quick cast cards you can target in hand, let us know that in the comments below as well. And we'll see y'all next time, hopefully with Colin.